Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, Lawnmower 3.0s, Lawnmower 4.0s, and another a surprise from Manscaped is coming real soon. Really soon. It's on the way. It's coming in the mail, and I'm gonna make sure y'all the first to see it. In the meantime, you still can use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I'll for that for y'all. So listen, you know the vibes. You know how we about to carry this one. A lot of people not gonna like this one, but I feel like I'm justified in it. You know what I mean? That's the juicy half of the video, but we gonna get into the first half of the video. Brian Flores, man, he gets a job. Miami Dolphins former head coach fired. You know what I mean? A lot of people thought it was unjustly wrong. Then it comes out, that he's getting to run around in some interviews. A lot of people thought that was unjustly and wrong, which it was, the interview part, you know what I'm saying? And to an extent, so was the firing part, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say he might have put himself in a position to be blackballed because he filed a suit with a couple of organizations in the NFL, I guess. And you know what I mean? He still ends up getting a job with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I don't know if Mike Tomlin was spearheading the influence on that one. But, when you think about it, Mike Tomlin is a coach who I feel like who's been disrespected by the media numerous of times. A guy who's never had a losing season. You know what I mean? And then he sees Flores having winning seasons as well and still getting fired and stuff like that. But, coaches, reporters have come up to Mike Tomlin asking him, would you consider, going back to college? Ridiculous stuff. A Super Bowl winning coach. And he's like, yo, you ain't asking Andy this. You ain't asking Harbaugh. You ain't asking all of these other guys this. Why you asking me this? Like, don't ask me that. You know what I mean? And I felt this frustration with that one. You know what I mean? I'm wondering if Tomlin was some of an influence because he knows what it feels like to be undervalued from a coaching aspect. Was he an influence on getting that done? Because, Flores is a really good coach. To have him on your staff with a coach that's better than him, you know what I mean? And Mike Tomlin is ridiculous. That's a strong coaching staff. And not only is that a strong coaching staff, there's rumors now that move will bring Deshaun Watson over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who already wanted to play with Flores. They both wanted to play with each other. They wanted to make it happen. So, man, that could be crazy. That could be a crazy move. And we talk about influence all the time. That could be a crazy move by a coach having influence to get another coach in here who has influence over a player. It's crazy how these relationships are built in the NFL, man. It is. And, shout out to Flores. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I want this quarterback thing is gonna get crazy. You don't know who's going where. Everybody's linked to us because we got picks, and other teams are linked to other teams because of relationships. You know what I mean? We don't have relationships. We got the picks, and a lot of these guys that are involved in these trades have a no trade clause. You don't have a relationship, so they don't want to go there. That's the bottom line with that, man. So listen, man, I kind of set Twitter a little bit on fire. You know what I mean? Over the past couple days, what did Kyler Murray take? You know what I mean? I simply, stated that Kyler Murray is not a top 10 quarterback. That's not really where it started. I said that, towards the end of the year, Kyler Murray was no better than Jalen Hurts. That's, that's just how I feel. Kyler Murray was on a downslide towards the end of the year. Jalen Hurts actually was 6-2 or something like that at the end of the year, 8-2 or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it a buck, but people hate when you do that. Then it switches over to, Kyler Murray is not a top 10 quarterback. Because I don't understand how people are giving this much praise to a guy who's never had a 4,000 passing yard season, has had double-digit interceptions every year. What is all this praise about? Is it because where he was drafted at? I could easily, and people think that this is hard to do, I could easily give you 10 quarterbacks who are better than Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? I can easily give you 10 quarterbacks who are better than Kyler Murray. And I just don't understand how is it? It's not hard. We could do it together. You know what I mean? In no order. I'm going to go Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. You sitting at 3 right there. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Herbert. You know what I mean? That's 6 right there. Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson. What's that? You at 8 right there. You know what I mean? Come on, this where it was. Get Stafford. You at 9, and it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. I know I'm forgetting somebody. I'm forgetting somebody important. Dak Prescott would make 10, but I know I'm forgetting somebody else. And no, he's not better than Dak Prescott. He's not. He ain't better than Dak Prescott. I just, and people gonna put in the comments who I forgot, and that's going to make it 11 and 12. This is the sad reality. Kyler Murray's a really, really good quarterback, but when you're talking about top 10, he ain't in that range. Kyler Murray, in all actuality, this might shock a bit of y'all, he's in the same range as Jimmy Garoppolo. He's in the same range as Kirk Cousins. He's in that range of quarterbacks. He's not an upper echelon quarterback. Because if you could name 10 that easy, he's just not an upper echelon quarterback, man. And it's crazy. I just don't see what people see, man. I don't see what people see. He's not wowing me with the passing ability. He ain't. He is Jalen Hurts that completes just a little bit more passes. They both run and they both pass for under 4,000 passing yards a season. I'm just not seeing it, man. You know what I mean? And that's not no hate. It's just that he was tied to us and people are like jumping for joy at the chance of getting him. He would be putrid over here. You see the weapons he got in Arizona? D-Hop, I know D-Hop went down, but Ertz, AJ Green could still play. They had what to do? Christian Kirk? Come on, bro. He had weapons over there, man. He had weapons over there. We're going to hold everybody to the same standard on this channel. I'm not going to bow down to that man. He's, for real, he's been a smidge above average. That's just real talk. He's been a smidge above average, bro. It ain't like a smidge above it. Come on. How much praise are you really going to give a man who can't throw over 4,000 passing yards in the passing league? How much praise are you really going to... you know what I'm saying? You got to say he's middle of the pack. You got to say he's middle of the pack. You know what I mean? Now, the only reason why Lamar would be elite with doing stuff like that, in my opinion, is because Lamar Jackson was able to throw for 36 touchdowns. He was able to throw for 36 touchdowns and rush for 1,000 yards while doing that. He was able to be MVP while doing it. He had to bring so much other excitement and other things to the game to be able to do that. But you can't win long term like that. You can't, which is why it's important that Jalen Hurts develops into a better passer. And not only do I think Kyler Murray isn't top 10, I believe that Kyler Murray hurt his stock even more, for real. You know what I mean? He can't take a loss, clearly. It's everybody else's fault except his. This is the character issues for me. It's the character issues, and then it's just the inability to, go out there and say, we going to flush this deuce down, What you doing, you take a deuce, you flush it and move on. That's the stuff my quarterbacks say. My quarterback don't deny going into a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different level of competitor that I look for in the Philadelphia Eagles jersey, and that ain't Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do you think Kyler Murray is top 10? I know I forgot somebody. Put it on the list, but I put my top 10 guys in no order. You know what I mean? And I came up with like 10 off the top of my head. That's better than Kyler Murray. A lot of people going to say, don't add Tom Brady to the list because Tom Brady retired. But there's already rumors of Tom Brady possibly coming back. That he could unretire. You know what I'm saying? And he played last year. So, I mean, he got to go on the list until it's a new year. I just don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man.